is Bill Bensley. Today we're going to show you a little project that we've done in Puerto Rico. It's at Dorado Beach. It's called a Ritz Reserve property. Hope you like it.
The affable New Yorker Kenny Blatt and partners chased us for many months before we agreed to get on a plane and help them to design the second Ritz Reserve ever built. After all, Puerto Rico is not just around the corner from Bangkok, it's around the world, exactly on the other side. One can go no further. Our scope of works were to include all of the extensive landscape grounds and the architecture and interiors of the spa and the beachside restaurant and bar that we named Positivo. We agreed to start the project in 2005. The land we inherited to build this Ritz Reserve has an excellent pedigree. In the 1950s, Lawrence Rockefeller started a venture he called Rock Resorts. And at the same time, the Rockefeller family purchased huge tracts of land in Dorado on the north coast of Puerto Rico. Lawrence apparently was a keen plantsman and had hundreds of tropical trees planted around a golf course, and he built a hotel right on the beach. It is the combination of his well-established forests, a dramatically rocky and sandy shoreline, and the grandfather clause of being able to rebuild our Ritz on the old footprints, just steps from the beach, that gives our Ritz its teeth. Shortly after we opened, our Positivo swimming pool graced the cover of Travel and Leisure, which is always a sign that we got something right. The site selected by the developer for the spa had a huge banyan tree. I thought this would be a great place to start the journey, so we designed a circular driveway around this giant tree to the front door. I wanted to site the apothecary as close to the extensive branches as possible. Not an easy task, but the Firecracker project manager, Orlando Mendez, got it just right. The guest enters Spa Botanica through the apothecary, a cavernous barn-like space filled with dozens of old jars packed with various seeds, and hanging from the ceiling thousands of drying flowers and herbs. The aroma of such is truly special and stays with you while you're enjoying the spa. In the center of the space lies a workbench where herbs from the garden just outside are prepared for use in the treatment rooms. Through the heavy wooden doors of the apothecary, the guests enter the heart of the ranch and its irrigation pond. Sitting high above the pink pineapple garden, the guest has a little wow moment. The ladies' and gents' common areas are east and west of the pond and feature many unusual elements like John Underwood's gorgeous water dump showers and our new idea of an outside locker room. I prefer to run with projects that are all-encompassing, where we design the architecture, the interiors, and the landscape, as this is the only way for us to put to test the soundness of our stories. You see, I think of designing a hotel like telling a good story. There must be a strong storyline or DNA that runs throughout. The end user must come away from the experience having learned something, or at least having felt something. At our Spa Botanica, we told the story of an old Puerto Rican farmhouse and barn with its irrigation pond, stables, outhouses, and pink pineapple farm. The guest treatment rooms are designed like small casitas, self-contained in every way. Surrounded by tropical gardens, shaded by huge 100-year-old trees, these casitas are scattered on the edge of the raised pineapple garden, and each of them is adorned with and themed after an organic element traditionally used in local health practices. Honey, or miel, is my favorite. Here's Susana Espinosa custom-made for us an exquisite ceramic mural, as she did for all 10 of the treatment rooms, that took to heart the process of making honey. I also found many 100-plus-year-old books on beekeeping and an antique bee smoker as well. Perhaps not all guests can take the time to notice such details, but I would still not have it any other way. The limited response that I have heard from the guest is resounding.